Hi everyone, book review this morning, or this afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. I have just finished Three Dark Crowns by Kendra Blake. This is the first in apparently a trilogy. It's a YA fantasy series following three sisters who are effectively out to fight for one throne. Quite why they can't get on, I don't know, but hey. I read this because I was given one Dark Throne for Christmas, so I picked up the first one, and obviously because you can't pick up the second one in a trilogy and plow straight in, it's too much history, and read it, and was immediately struck by, hold on, some of the logic of the magical system in this book doesn't make sense. When you read it, you'll understand more. But for me, I found there were questions that weren't answered. There was information missing about how the setup of this island actually functions as a place and the history of what's going on. Why this system has been in place for several generations now. There was a lot that I wanted to know that I wasn't given. I was just thrown into this rather meandering tale following these three different sisters. My biggest gripe with this book is it's written in third person present, which I can't stand it. It just annoys me so much. But I ploughed on anyway. And it was doing really well. I thought the characters, yes, I quite like you. I understand motivations. Oh, there's the big overarching political aspect of it. And there's also one to talk about, but I can't because of spoilers. So I might have to do a bit at the end of this video with spoiler warning. But I enjoyed what I was reading, and I quite liked the characters, and I liked the sort of the argy-bargy going on behind the scenes. And then the author throws in a love triangle, and I was like, why? Why? Just no. Totally no. I know it will be explained as a misuse of low magic and it was a mistake, but it's, oh, yuck. I could have thrown the book at that point. I was just not impressed at all. And it does drag a little bit, about 3/4 of the way through. Everything's building up to Beltane, this big festival where the queens will show their gifts. Then it will be the Ascension year where they're allowed to basically kill each other. And it just seemed to drag. I spent like 6 chapters dress shopping, and I'm not quite sure why, but there we go. The bit I want to spoiler talk about is early on, for me, this is big spoiler, so if you don't want to know, go to the end. The temple is behind everything. It's fairly obvious. It's not explicitly stated. You do need to plot the keys together, but it is pretty obvious that they are orchestrating a hell of a lot that's going on. They are the big control, and it's all a political grab for power. So there's that little detail. The other little detail is the big switch, spoiler, at the end, where 2 of the sisters, it appears, have been put in the wrong gift family. You know, one's not a poisoner, no, she might be a naturalist. And the naturalist, no, she's a poisoner. How was this not seen? I'm sorry. The only people that would have known these mistakes would have been the priestesses from the temple when they separated the girls in the first place. They would have known that these girls were in the wrong place with their gifts. I think the whole thing's been orchestrated from the start. And once you figure that out, this story becomes so frustrating, because you just want to scream and shout at everybody and go, why are you missing what is under your nose? What is so obvious? Right, you can now come back in and this bit's okay. Three Dark Crowns. It's a good read. It's a frustrating read, but it is enjoyable. And there is enough there to keep you going through it. I'm told that One Dark Throne, the sequel, does actually explain a bit more about the magic setup and the island. So I'm looking forward to being given answers, but it's very frustrating when you have to read the second book in a series to get the answers that really you should have quite early on. So there's that. It's the second book I've read by this author, the first being Anna Dressed in Blood, which was, I found, a fun, loosely horror, romantic, teenage, paranormal thing. And it was fun and loose. This is a lot more serious than that. So if you're expecting more Anna Dressed in Blood, there's a lot more going on in this compared to Anna. so you might enjoy this more. My review for Three Dark Crowns, if you've read it, and obviously you see my spoiler a little bit, please let me know what you thought in the comments down below. If you're going to do spoilers, you know, do the considerate hiding of spoilers, that would be great. And if you haven't read it, please don't let me put you off. It might be your thing, but I would say, yeah, you're either going to really enjoy it or you're going to be sort of frustrated with it, I think. It's one of those books. But there we are. I'm not doing today's Strike Back Videothon, but I am doing a shout out to a small booktuber. Today's one is The Fictional Reader. There we are. I'll leave a link to her channel in the description box down below. I will also leave links to book bloggers down there. Please go and check them out. And if you keep scrolling, you'll find my book blog and social media links, Goodreads, Instagram and Twitter. Go and say hi. That would be lovely. Thank you, as always, very much for watching and happy reading. Bye, everyone.